Right. Well, welcome everybody. As you can tell from the title of this video, this is a case knife. It's kind of funny. If you haven't visited my channel, it's the first time here. I'm going through all my grandfather's pocket knives and talking about the history of them as far as what I've researched, and just going through and cleaning up a little bit. Most, if not all, of these pocket knives I'm going to be selling because there's about 1,000 knives that my grandfather has left, or came to me. He left them to his son and my father, of course, and left them to me. And if you've seen any of my other videos, especially the Cataraus, Cattaraugus pocket knife, I've often talked about how my grandfather never bought case knives because they were just too expensive at the time. And my grandfather was pretty cheap. He didn't want to pay a lot of money for a pocket knife. Um, so after I said that, I suddenly come across this knife that I have found out is a case knife, which just cracked me up. It doesn't look like a case knife. I have found that this is a very old case knife. I wasn't sure it was an actual case knife, so I took some pictures of it, put it on some knife forums, and somebody identified it by the Tang stamps, that this particular knife was made between 1900 and 1912. So real early case knife. And that makes this video's in 2024. That makes this at least 112-year-old little pocket knife. So that is pretty darn neat, I think. I don't think anybody knew that this was an actual case. Otherwise, I think they would have done a little bit more with it. So yeah, pretty neat, pretty small. I'm assuming this is a bone handle. It's showing a little bit of age. There's some gap coming in through there between the covers and the liners. There's a crack going down the middle here at least, but other than that, see the crack there. Other than that, it's in pretty darn good shape for being 112 to 124-year-old knife. It's two blades. This guy is hard to open. This guy, I kind of don't think that I'm gonna get rid of this guy, at least not real quick. Okay, now I'm struggling with this. I'm not gonna get rid of this guy very quick, at least, because this just seems like super interesting, which is to me interesting in itself. I was gonna be like, I'm just getting rid of all these, but this is to me at least really unique. I don't, not guaranteed that I'm gonna keep it, but not guaranteed that I'm gonna sell it either. Probably, so I'm gonna wait and see how things go. This isn't particularly a knife that I would never use this. It's so old and such a piece of history, I think, that I'm not gonna carry this around in my pocket or anything, because it deserves a lot more respect than that, in my mind. But yeah, it's pretty decent shape. This kind of mini pocket knife shape, kind of cigar. It doesn't have the typical case logo, which threw me off. But I guess that's an early logo. So that one, yeah, I was trying to read what that said on there. This side, you can definitely see, hopefully the camera picks it up, but it says tested XX there, and that's a case thing to say. But then on this side it has the Case logo, but not sort of the normalized C script Case. Just says Case Brothers um, Cutco on that blade. So yeah, somebody said that's an old knife, and that logo was used 1900, 1912, so real early in the beginnings of the company made this knife. So this one seems pretty special. It's not, I don't know how valuable it would be to others, because it's not like a, it's one of these gentleman's pocket knives that you're not going to use to repair the fence or anything like that. So I don't know, we'll see. There has not been a pocket knife out of this collection yet that, I like them all. I think they're neat and a part of history and stuff like that, but nothing so far that I've wanted to keep until this guy was discovered. And I'm reasonably certain neither my grandfather or my father just knew exactly what they had with this knife, because it doesn't look like much when you're looking at it. Just looks like kind of an old pocket knife. Let's close this. Still got nice snap going on there. And then I'm just putting some mineral oil on this guy. So yeah, as I go through all these knives, I'm learning an awful lot about pocket knives. Materials that they're using. So I'm starting to pay attention more to the liners, what they're made of. These look like brass liners, and I'm guessing spring steel springs. Nickel. I think these bolsters here are probably nickel. Yeah, it looks real nice. The handle, other than that crack, the handle is still full handle. It's nothing's broken off or anything, other than it being kind of hard to take out. Still works very well. No half stops. Just did I have that wrong? Oh, I think that's what's going on. So these two blades look like they have a little bit of wobble. No, they don't. They're tight. They didn't wobble, but as they come down, they'll shit. Sometimes they'll come down like this, but sometimes they'll come down like that. And when they do it the wrong way, that makes it harder to take them out. So see how that one bends up to the right, but it's supposed to come down to the left like that, so that this guy can come down. And that is supposed to be how it is. So yeah, there's little things about them. I'll just say that it's got personality. How about that? Yeah, it's funny. I never expected to see a case knife in this collection. It was always, oh no, case knives are expensive. I wouldn't pay a lot of money. It makes me kind of wonder the journey that it got to my grandfather, just because it's possible the original owners didn't know it, or maybe he got this when he was a kid or something. Who knows? But it's a pretty nice piece of history here, I think. So that's kind of neat. in terms of what it is, this shape and this little tiny stuff is not my favorite. It's not the most useful and stuff like that, but it is just as far as its historical value. To me, it's kind of my favorite pocket knife so far. So yeah, there we go. Nice little case. All right. Thanks, guys. Sorry, just give you a couple more views here, just in case you're interested in it. I wonder if when they started this company, would they know how long it would last and how much reputation they would have. All right. There you go. Case knives. Thanks, everyone.